whenever they will be open eventually here, I can go in there, pay for a coffee, and use my computer and do some of the stuff I need to do. That is a big fucking Ford. Anyway, there's a lot of people here that are living in their vehicles. You can tell which ones are living in their vehicles based on the fact that their vehicle is fogged up from the inside. And about half the vehicles in the parking lot, there's about 30 of them all together. And about half of them got people living in them. Some of them are real nice vehicles too. Anyway, I obviously got zero fucking sleep last night again. It's 4 o'clock, so I can go to the skate park and park there for a bit. I'm fucking tired as all hell, but I am fucking frazzled. I did my best to help out Tom with the situation, but Tom ain't gonna help Tom. He wants to say she's driving him nuts and he's got to get away from her and he needs help with this and needs help with that. Well, I don't mind helping, but I'm giving up all of my time, all of my free energy to jump through hoops to help a guy out who's shooting himself in the foot and shooting me in the fucking foot to boot. Probably make sure there's nothing underneath my tires. All right. Molly knows not to come to my vehicle harassing me about Tom. When it comes to physically abusing people, by Tom's own admission, he's been repeatedly physically abused by Molly. Maybe we should ask how many times I have physically abused him. When Molly doesn't get her way, she accuses people. Well, just like I told you, we teach all women in this country to do this. Some of them are decent enough people not to. But you know, when a woman gets scared, just like anybody else who gets scared, that's when they do desperate shit. Some people do desperate shit because they're afraid of getting murdered. Or they're afraid of their families getting murdered. And some people get desperate because they're afraid of going to prison for the crimes that they've committed. Why did Scott DaCosta commit so many crimes against me? Because he had to keep the evidence out of fucking court. And he utilized all of the resources at his disposal to do that. Including Polly Olson, who is now in a fucking shit ton of trouble. People are pissed off that she spent $18,000 on herself as a consolation prize after assisting Scott DaCosta and his deputies with getting away with multiple felonies by wasting far more than $18,000. All said and done, Dual County, Nebraska has spent over $200,000 of taxpayer dollars. $200,000 dollars of taxpayer dollars to prevent me from turning them in. And look, after spending all that money to prevent me from turning them in, they went and did it to somebody else and got fucking busted. Maybe, instead of treating me like I'm mentally ill, you should have fucking listened to me. You should have listened to me before Natalie Bollinger got killed. You should have listened to me before Tibor Hatay got killed. You should have fucking listened. But you couldn't do that, could you? It was beyond your capabilities. The most simple of things, and you couldn't bring yourself to do it due to what? Same issue as Tom. Pure, unadulterated fucking cowardice. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It's standing in the face of it. That 80-year-old man is in better physical shape than I am. As far as driving up to the skate park, yeah, I probably should do that to avoid any further complications or bullshit. However, in order to turn this shit in, I have to be able to have internet access. I also have to be able to stay fucking conscious. I have just enough money, just enough to get one coffee. No money for a refill, but I got enough money for a coffee. If I hadn't stayed up all night having to deal with fucking cops and Molly's bullshit, it might be something that I'm capable of, but at this point in time, no, I'm not capable. It's after 4 o'clock in the morning, so I can go up to the skate park. I can park my vehicle there, and I can pass out there. But here's the thing about going to these different agencies that aren't doing a goddamn thing to help. All of these agencies are replacements for the Department of Health and Human Services, who won't do their fucking jobs. So you replace people who are supposed to do this job with people who aren't going to do this job. And then you want to pretend that it's an equal replacement. No. You do not get to take away my chocolate cake, throw a chunk of dog shit on a plate, and pretend it's the same goddamn thing, because it ain't. I need sleep. Do you not see how much hell Molly has put me through already? How much this bullshit and how much trying to help out Tom has resulted in what? Not Tom doing a goddamn thing to improve his situation. He's doing everything he can to fuck it up worse. He's doing everything he can to fuck my situation up worse. That's what I get for trying to actually fucking help somebody. I'm used to it. I helped Shannon Alvarado to find her friend Marnie. And while I was asking Shannon Alvarado to please speak up, instead of telling me these things, speak up and tell the public. Show the public. But fuck, the woman couldn't stop fucking drinking and fucking screaming crazy shit about fucking conspiracy goddamn theories. Like, no, Shannon Alvarado, there's no fucking aliens involved in this. It ain't the Illuminati. It's not some grand Mason's lodge trying to destroy my fucking life. These people didn't set out to destroy my life. They set out to hide their crimes. It just so happens that the side effect of them hiding their crimes is the destruction of my life. Now, with that cop going out of his way, just like the one earlier yesterday, Martinez, man, I gotta tell you, it is not his fucking job to talk over me and make excuses for fucking predators like Dual County Sheriff Scott DaCosta. Maybe that pig should have actually looked into the situation before opening his stupid fucking trap. And that cop tonight got to skate out of here without doing a goddamn thing about the situation with Molly. Did he do anything with that glass over there? No, he just continually changed the subject. Fine. He's not going to do his fucking job. Good fucking riddance. Oh, I should have called 911 right when it happened? No, I had to be fucking afraid to call 911. Just like I had to be afraid that if I turned off the fucking recording, that if Molly pulled more shit, I wouldn't be able to fucking record it. Now, I've already got 3 officers who claim that they're going to look at my YouTube channel, and fucking Molly is still out here fucking pulling her bullshit. And that's the thing with Tides of Change, too. I mean, the things that I'm supposed to go to them for help and that I'm told that they're supposed to help me with, but then when I get there, it seems fucking half-assed. I mean, if you're going to advocate for somebody and they've got evidence of abuse against them, they're asking you to look at it so that you can actually advocate for them. Maybe you should try looking at the evidence and actually advocating, instead of just picking up the title and pretending that's good enough. No, with that title comes responsibilities. Just like becoming a nurse comes with the responsibility of being a mandated fucking reporter. Just like being a police officer comes with the duty of being a mandated fucking reporter. Just like being a doctor gives you the duty of a mandated reporter, and we get to see how none of these mandated reporters wanted to do their fucking jobs. I need sleep. It is probably not safe for me at this point to be fucking driving. But what the fuck are the cops gonna do about it? They're gonna force me into a situation where I have to fucking drive because they haven't done shit about Molly in 3 goddamn weeks of abuse. I'm an at-risk adult. That makes these actual crimes. All of them are advanced. If it is a civil issue against an at-risk adult, it is not civil, because you are taking advantage of an at-risk adult. That's not civil. That's nowhere even approaching civil. It is automatically a misdemeanor. And misdemeanors against a quote-unquote normal person, if you do them to an at-risk adult, it advances those misdemeanors to a felony. Now, with these cops lying to me straight up about what the law says, about what the laws are. Yeah, I listened to Martinez. I listened to what he had to say. But I'm not a fucking idiot. When there's something doesn't seem quite right about it, yes, I'm going to fucking look it up. Me and Wendell McPhee used to sit there at his house talking about things, and if one of us had a question that we didn't know the answer to, the other one would look it up. We were usually both looking it up. We wanted to know who was right. It was more important to know who was right, or to know the right information, rather, because it wasn't a competition. It was more important for us both to know the right information than it was for us to argue and try to feel right, try to feel like we won. My dad is one of those people who thinks if he talks over me and changes the subject, like Officer Timothy Sadler wanted to continually do tonight, over and over and over again. Yes, what Timothy Sadler did was to take advantage of an at-risk adult. He dealt with it in a very unprofessional manner, despite how nice he talked. It was still unprofessional. But what do I expect? I'm a homeless male. I have a penis and no money. So, yeah, Timothy is not expected to do his job, and there's going to be no outcry from the public in houses, which are the only people they give a fuck about. There's no outcry from people in houses, so it must be okay, huh? You fucking dolt. Anyway, we're getting a little bit of a charge here on my electronics. We're running out of gas, quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry. Burning daylight. Of course, daylight ain't even here yet, is it? So is it really burning daylight? Anyway, I am thankful for the people who decided to take some actual goddamn initiative and actually do something fucking useful. That guy Dallas, well, he was at least somewhat useful. His information, and I'm assuming that the other person who was typing, because there was two profiles that were typing at me, I'm assuming they're both that gentleman and the lady in the vehicles parked next to each other speaking to one another. This shit needs to stop. I'm not going to apologize for having a dick. I'm not going to apologize for being born with different genitalia than you. And I sure as goddamn hell am not going to just stand by and fucking allow you to do it without saying anything. The cops want to intentionally change the laws from what they actually are. They want to pretend like Martinez did. Wanted to outright lie to me about what the law says with the intention of redirecting my efforts. Well, fuck Martinez. A lot of these folks didn't fuck me over because they wanted to fuck me over. They fucked me over because they didn't want to get in trouble for the fucked up shit that they did. They didn't want to be embarrassed for the fucked up choices that they made. But out of all of this, I'm the only motherfucker who admits to his own shit. I'm the only one out here not pretending like my shit smells like fucking roses. Could be worse. I could be somebody like Brian Schwartz, Ted Bollinger, Angela Wade, or Rose M. Kelly. It could be worse. I could be Kay Slayton Morris or Sage Wayward Rages. Of course, it could be better. I could be Christine Buhit, who's lucky enough to be dead. I could be Natalie Bollinger, who is lucky enough to be dead. I could be Christine Buhit, who's lucky enough to be dead. I could be Stephen McMillian, who's lucky enough to be dead. But I'm not. I'm still keeping my word. I am still doing my best to expose the predators, and I am doing so without a voice. Homeless people are not allowed to have voices. We have to depend on somebody in a house giving a shit. I set my boundaries with Molly 3 weeks ago. I also set my boundaries with Tom. I sent Tom a message tonight letting him know that I'm done with the situation. I need him to stay away from me and my vehicle as well. That's what Molly is using as an excuse to come fucking pull bullshit with me. Now, of course, she's trying to pull bullshit that she thinks she can get away with. She knows about the Natalie situation. I definitely tell people about the Natalie situation. I find missing people. That's what I fucking do. What am I doing in Oregon? First of all, trying to make it safer for my sister in Nebraska by not fucking being there. And of course, helping to find missing people, some of whom I know. I did not know Emily Hahn, but I still helped to find her, and she got a hold of me later on to say thank you. She's not the only person who's done that. Anyway, it's the butt crack away too fucking goddamn early. Got plenty of shit I'd like to do. But I gotta get some fucking sleep. I need to get some fucking sleep. If I go up and park at that skate park, I still have to be paranoid that the cops are gonna come fucking harass me for sleeping there. But at least it's after 4 a.m., which means it's legal for me to be there. I'm gonna waste some of my gas getting there. I'm gonna hope that, well, I thought my insurance was due on the 28th, but they give me a notice now before they take my money out. Since they haven't sent me the notice, that means I got at least 24 hours. Now, I'm fairly certain that it's my phone that's due on the 4th and my insurance is due on the 7th, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. Now, Megan Messigatis was supposed to be helping me out with that, but there's a lot of stuff that Megan was going to help me out with and just never fucking followed through. So I got to do it myself, and it doesn't end well, and then I'm told that it's my fault. No, it's not my fault. I let you guys know what my disabilities are so that you would be able to actually help me effectively. Instead, you use it to fucking victimize me. That's not what you have your jobs for. Your jobs are not given to you so you can victimize the fucking victims. Timothy Sadler? Well, what he did tonight was go out of his way to talk over me over and over again and not do anything about, of course, her beating on my vehicle or breaking glass. All because I didn't call 911 immediately. Well, guess what happens when I call 911? Maybe you should look at the history of what happens when I call 911 alone. You should look at the history of what happens when I have to talk to cops alone. When I have to go in to a courthouse to try to turn in bad fucking cops. As well as the people who continually victimize me. 3 goddamn weeks of victimization by fucking Molly. 3 goddamn weeks of cops harassing me over Molly. 3 goddamn weeks of recording the fact that Molly is a lying fucking cunt who is trying to get both me and Tom fucking hurt or killed with her fucking slander. She is doing it maliciously and hatefully because she did not get what she wanted right when she fucking wanted it. Just like Brenda Dickinson. Just like Natalie Bollinger. Just like Katie fucking Cahill. Just like Mandy Singer. Sorry, not Mandy Singer. Mandy Hughes and Alyssa Rainwater. We got all sorts of fucked up individuals like that. And fucked up individuals like Cara Rogers, a.k.a. Cara Mia. And Sarah Bacon. And many others who wanted to claim they were going to help me. But they didn't lift a fucking finger to actually help. They didn't bother to open their fucking mouths and fucking speak up. They just wanted to bullshit me and take advantage of me. And yes, what Alyssa Rainwater did is against the law. Taking advantage of an at-risk adult is a fucking felony. There are no misdemeanors in that fucking category. None. There are 0 misdemeanors in that category. Everything in Nebraska law that covers that is a fucking felony. Everything in Colorado law that covers that is a fucking felony. And yes, a police officer can go to prison, potentially for the rest of their lives, for committing these felonies. Why the fuck is it that Scott DaCosta has been so willing to commit so many felonies to try to hide his crimes? Because as an officer of the law, he knows that without his friends, like Polly Olson, and of course, Leslie Paul, a.k.a. Leslie Snell, without people like that, he's screwed. He had to let over half of his officers go. Because if they'd have stuck around and somebody actually fucking listened to me, those cops would have fucking stretched. They would not have stuck up for Scott DaCosta. They may have tried for a few days, but all it would have taken is one motherfucker in law enforcement showing them the evidence and going, all right, dude, you got 2 choices here. You can either speak up about DaCosta or you can see your happy ass in prison. But no, we got to deal with fucking cowards, don't we? All these people, from Laura Nelson to Brenda Dickinson, all the things that they told me, if those things are true, they need to tell the cops. If those things are not true, then they took advantage of an at-risk adult like Brenda Dickinson absolutely did. And her husband, Dennis Dickinson, absolutely did. Of course, they're not Josh Martindale. People might actually listen to him if they look like Josh Martindale, or if they look like Justine Martindale, or Jackie Martindale. They're all good-looking folks. Jackie and Josh are both models. Of course, between finding out if this shit is true and going out of your way to call me a fucking liar and pretend that I'm fucking schizophrenic, not one of you dumb motherfuckers bothered to try looking at the evidence. Jesus Christ, you're fucking dumb. But you think it's okay to pass judgment on me and be fucking ice holes. Well, now you're on the fucking internet, bitches. Yeah, congratulations. You thought you were going to get away with victimizing a retard. And now you're kicking yourself in the ass because I'm not a retard. Maybe you should have thought about that before committing felonies, bitches. Now, as far as Timothy goes, he's a waste of fucking space. He's a waste of your tax dollars and mine. Anyway, you know how we end these videos. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.